Alrighty, it's time for the 1,000 Days of Thankfulness, and today, day 36 comes from December 22nd, 2017, and day 36 is artistic outlets. I have a few artistic outlets. I have rap, I have poetry, and I have acting. And I'm not amazing, I wouldn't say, at any one of these. They're just things that I really enjoy doing. I don't know how to draw, um, but I know how to act, and I've been in several shows. And when I'm not acting, I'm writing. I write raps and I write poems and I even write some short stories and I love writing. So writing either raps or poetry or stories and acting, those are my artistic outlets and they help me get stuff out. I just posted a new poem that I wrote this week about just following God and how he's my only choice and whatnot because of some things that I'd been struggling with and that I'm still struggling with a little bit that are still heavy on my heart and in my mind and whereas it's gotten better because I've sought help and because I've talked to people, but also because I've I wrote that, I use my artistic outlets to get out these things that I bottle up otherwise and that I haven't been able to talk to people about. And I used it all throughout high school. I used it through middle school. I wasn't in good places in high school and middle school. I emotionally I wasn't in good places. I was depressed. I was angry. I was suicidal. And I used my writing and my poetry and my theater to have something to hold on to and to it was something I could grasp onto that kept me connected to the world, that kept me going. And now that's been replaced by God and by my relationship with Jesus, but I'm a firm believer that he put that in my life in a time where I didn't know him so that I could have something that kept me alive. Um, and without my artistic outlets, I'm not sure if I would have made it. So I really, when I write, it's part of my heart is poured onto the page every time, and that's not an exaggeration. It's everything that I write comes from somewhere deep within me, somewhere that I've been hurt or I've struggled or that I elation or whatever. It comes from some emotion that I'm connected to so very deeply in that moment. And when I act, I am able to pull on these different emotions for the times when I need them, for the different things I need to portray. And so it's ways to get these out so they don't weigh so heavily on my heart and so I can take a deep breath at the end of it and just go, I feel better. Feel better. I'm not necessarily better, but I feel better, and that's a good place to start. Feeling better, because if you feel like you're just gonna be down and out the entire time, if your mind is stuck on there's no change, then there's no way you can get better. So if you start to feel better, if you use those things that God has put in your life to help you cope and to bring you back to Him, then that's when you start to get better. And for me, writing and acting are some of those things. These artistic outlets are some of those things that God has put in my life to bring me back to Him and to keep me there until the time where He's called me and the one I just wrote to lift him up and lift praises up to him in my time of need. And I'm thankful for these artistic outlets, that they exist and that they help me. That he has put this ability in my life. He has given me this ability to do what I do, this talent, this gift was given by him. Um, no one really taught me how to write the poetry I do. I just wrote. Um, I just went with it. I've been told that in my acting I have a good nature. I have a smart and wise actor's nature about me, and I've been told that ever since I started acting. And I'm not trying to brag, but what I'm trying to say is, yes, I've been taught how to act better, but when I started acting, I was told that I already had good stage presence, and I had a good actor's nature, which means I intuitively knew what to do, or where to go on stage. And I say these things to lift up God, because he put those things in my life. He put those gifts in my life, the ability to do these, the talent I have for these. He gave those to me in my time of need, to the point that I could to get me to the point that I would come back to him. And so I'm just thankful that he did that, that I guess was worthy enough. Even though I did nothing, he deemed me worthy enough to give me those gifts, and to cultivate me, and to grow me in those gifts. So that's all for today, and I'll see you all tomorrow.